It's your boy, Disney Shotgun, back out here on this Madden 26 franchise mode. And we are back with another episode of this series. We are set to continue. Now, throughout the NFL, there's going to be a couple of 2-1 versus 2-1 battles. And both of those games are in the 1 o'clock schedule. The Titans and Texans, followed by the Saints and Bills. Those are basically the only 2-1 versus 2-1 games here in week number 4. Now, the 1 o'clock schedule, we have 7 games in it. Should be a lot of fun. We're going to see what the 1 o'clock schedule can bring. Because as of right now, things have been getting really tight. If you haven't seen the previous 2 games that started week 4, be sure to go watch them to get caught up on all the action. And if most of you guys are new to this Madden series, be sure to go check out the previous 3 weeks of action to get all the way caught up with the entire series as we continue with this intense regular season. Now, like I said, this matchup that kicks off the 1 o'clock schedule will be in NRG Stadium in Houston. The Titans and Texans will do battle, an AFC South division matchup between these two teams. Both teams come in 2-1. Now, based off of the stats, honestly, in my opinion, it's probably going to come down to the defenses in this game. Which defense will be able to contain the opposing team's running attack? Because both teams have very solid defenses that could do lots of things on the field. But it looks like we are set to begin the 1 o'clock schedule here in week number 4. So let's head to NRG Stadium in downtown Houston. The Houston Texans are back at home, looking to defend their hometown house against a division opponent in the Tennessee Titans. Let's go.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston Texans, and NRG Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. On the Titans sideline, head coach Brian Callahan. His guys coming off the win last week to push their early season record to 2-1. Opposite him on the Texans sideline, it's D'Amico Ryan. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go.
Alright, so we will see the Texans with the football first. C.J. Stroud and company. Talk about a performance as a unit that they'll never forget. The way they played in their last game, putting up 40 opening drive.
Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
First down, here's a handoff. It's Joe Mixon. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 11 to kick off the drive. First down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
First down, another give. It's Mixon. But this time, the defense for the Titans gets him. No gain that time.
So this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud.
Stroud looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Intended for Nico Collins. But now it's 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Stroud looks to throw on 3rd down. Lets it go. And there's Wes Montgomery. And he's got a Texans touchdown. What a start for Houston.
Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
So now here is Fairbairn for the extra point. And he nails this one to make it 7-0 Houston. Now Fairbairn on to kick off.
Touchdown. Here's Fairbairn to kick it up.
And here comes the return. Here comes Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at the 21. So now here comes Christopher Parsons, ready to go to start Tennessee. Their opening drive.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike. But outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes. So he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
A tight end in motion now.
1st down. Up the middle goes Josh Remmer. And Remmer taking off. And he's brought down at the 46. A 24-yard pickup to start their drive.
Ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. Ready? To the air now.
Parsons throws quickly. This one's caught by Christopher Bosch. But a marker is thrown. And this one's coming back. It's against Tennessee.
Kevin Zeitler, the vet, guilty that time.
With his first catch. However, this one's coming back.
There's a flag on the field. Will this stand?
Still 1st down.
So back-to-back penalties on Tennessee. And 2 big plays for the Titans have been called back. A loss of a yard.
Pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
They'll throw out of the gun.
2nd and long. Parsons takes a hit. Oh, and Levine almost came down with it. But instead it's 3rd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
They'll throw now, 3rd and 4.
Parsons feels the pressure, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Houston. Jimmy Ward, the safety, comes up with it with a penalty marker down. And this one's on Tennessee, so count the interception for the Texans defense. So C.J. Stroud and company back out there. And now here's Joe Mixon up the middle with a marker down. He goes into the end zone. But I don't think this is going to count, though, as a flag was thrown in the backfield. So take the touchdown off the board. Joe Mixon would have had himself a touchdown run, but instead it got called back due to the penalty. First and 12. They give to Mixon again. Another marker down, and Mixon gets in again. But a flag is thrown. Joe Mixon started celebrating, but little does he know it's coming back. So that's back-to-back flags on Houston. And Joe Mixon twice has gotten in here. But this time the Titans defense is all over it, taken down behind the line.
Definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud.
Stroud throws over the middle. Here's Ben Hall, and he's got a Texans touchdown.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. His 4th TD grab of the season. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
So the Texans already out to a double-digit advantage here in the opening quarter. Extra point up and good. 14-0. Houston leads against their division rivals.
And so after the touchdown, here's
So Fairbairn to kick off.
Here comes
On the return, here comes Lockett. And the tackle is going to be made around the 25-yard line. So here comes Tennessee's offense, ready to go. First down run. Up the middle goes Remmer, and Remmer breaks free again. He's brought down at the 46.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Here we go. They're going to motion the tight end over here.
In motion is Christopher Bosch. Here's Josh Remmer out of the backfield. A gain of 2.
That's only a gain of a yard.
But they're only going to give him a yard, though.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Moving outside the pocket.
Parsons taking off with it.
And he'll get only about 3 before being
Gains about 3.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
here now, 3rd and 5.
Here we go, stretch.
He'll drop to
3rd and 5. Parsons looking to throw, looking for the end zone, and it's incomplete. Intended for Josh Levine, and he couldn't get it there. 4th down.
Are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And this one is sent away to the back of the end zone, so it will be a touchback.
come out to the 20-yard line.
Now those were the stats for Wes Montgomery on the season thus far. He's been playing really well. He's got 5 touchdown receptions through the 3 weeks the Texans have played.
On 1st down,
And now here's Joe Mixon on 1st down.
this to about the 25.
Gains 5.
In on the tackle.
Texans leading it 14-0 against their division rivals.
In a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
All right, 2nd quarter set to start. The Texans have it. They've got a 2nd and 5 coming up. They're already up 14-0 against the Titans. Here's Mixon cutting inside, and he's brought down at the 37. Picks up a 1st down for Houston.
It's good for a Texans 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground,
Stroud looks to the right. Here is Wes Montgomery with another reception, a gain of 9.
On 1st down.
these are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, or see a completion. These typically as
2nd and 1. Here's Mixon, and Mixon breaks a tackle, and he's brought down at the 48, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities.
Play action fake, and Stroud is sacked.
Overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
A 10-yard loss on the sack brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down throw for Stroud.
Stroud looking downfield, and look at the separation. Ben Hall, touchdown Houston.
Touchdown, Texans. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Fairbairn to add the extra point.
How about the Houston Texans? It seems like something has flipped, and they now lead 21-0 against their division rivals. 21-0, Houston over Tennessee. It's starting to become a rout right now. And Tennessee needs some answers. They really need answers. Here comes Tony Pollard. And he's taken down at the 29. So here's Tennessee.
So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league,
so now here's Tennessee, down 21-0 already. They're gonna need something here on this drive. They start on the ground with Remmer, who gains 10.
Changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the
Parsons throws this one. This one's complete to Tyler Lockett for the first down at the 44-yard line.
Your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff.
First down, a toss out to Remmer, and he went nowhere. I mean, nowhere for him to run there. A loss of a yard.
Because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the end.
And Parsons looking to throw here. Down he goes. Daniil Hunter with the sack that time. And just like that, it's now 3rd down. Third and long as we reach the 2-minute warning. It has been all Texans to this point, but Tennessee is looking to try to get at least some sort of points before the end of the half. Parsons is going to take off with it. With a penalty marker down, there goes Christopher Parsons. And he goes all the way into Texans territory. However, it's coming back. A penalty on Tennessee. Wow. So that would have been a huge scramble for Parsons, but it gets called back. Parsons looking to pass, and down he goes.
He's in for the sack, and it will lead to 4th and very long.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week.
The Titans are really struggling right now.
When he tries to extend the play, so often it results.
And I don't know what's been happening, but it seemed like
it leads to a big loss.
It seemed like what happened before is not happening now. The Texans are playing great defense against them. So now the Texans offense will be set to go once again. Already up 21-0 as it is. They're looking to push that lead up further going into the half. They're going to begin on the ground with the Mixon. Gain of 6. Stroud throwing, and that's incomplete. Here comes the blitz again, and there goes Mixon with the throw over the middle from C.J. Stroud. And he is down. Stroud looks, throws it away.
Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Flush to his right.
Stroud, look at all the time he has. Lets it go, and this one's caught by Nico Collins. Look at the Houston Texans. It's like, I mean, the performance out of them. Like, they are just playing tremendous football. Wow. What a first half out of the Houston Texans.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On play action.
Another play action fake, and this time Stroud goes down.
Taken back to the other side of midfield. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time.
And the Texans are going to burn
Stop it with just over 40 seconds to
their
go
first
in the
timeout.
half. On the quick, right? On second down,
Stroud lobs this one up. This one's caught by Mixon. That one gains nothing. So third down.
Coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball and keep that to a short game.
Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. Here we go.
3rd and 22. Stroud gets hit as he throws, and that one's incomplete with a flag down. And this one's on Houston, and Tennessee declines it. So it looks like the Titans will get the ball back, but they've got lots of work to do with 24 seconds remaining.
Titans offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this one. First down now.
Parsons throws quickly. Here's Levine. Levine cutting inside, getting to Texans territory, and down at the 45. A much needed play right there for the Titans. They need anything at this point. Trailing by 21 points to this Texans team. Parsons, look the throw, looking to the end zone, and
in the end zone, and that'll bring up second down.
So 9 seconds remain.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
Parsons throws, and this one's complete by Levine. And immediately another timeout called by Tennessee. That's their final timeout. And speaking of which, the Titans will get the second half kickoff. Here comes the field goal.
56 yards away.
56-yarder. And Sly gets it to go. And the Titans are on the board. Took them a while, but at least they're on the board. The Texans, though, are up by 18 points.
Really nice job there, right around that midfield.
And that's how they'll go into the half.
Becomes sort of routine in today's NFL.
And here comes the return. They're going to bring them down, and that's going to do it for the opening half. It's been all Texans to this point, 21-3.
To the Orlando studios, Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3.
All right, we're set for the third quarter. Who would have thought that the Texans would play this much great football through one half? A 21-3 lead over the Tennessee Titans, who will get the football to start the third, as they'll be looking to cut into this lead. So let's see what they can do.
In this third quarter, they're in need of points in a big way as they on 1st and 10.
First down. Here's a toss outright. It's Remmer. And he gets a gain of 8 as he's tackled at 32.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
With a marker down as well. And this one's going to be pushed back.
Still 2nd down.
Parsons throws quickly, and here is Christopher Bosch breaking 2 tackles, and Bosch taking off, and Bosch is going to take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
77 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the
Now here is Sly for the extra point. This one is good. So Tennessee comes out of the locker room, and they cut the lead down to 11. 21-10 now.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
So this one's sent away and no return here. So the Texans will start their first drive of quarter 3 at the 20. As Houston looks to extend this lead. They were utterly dominant to end that first half.
Here's 1st and 10.
First down. They're going to start with Joe Mixon. And Mixon with blockers. Mixon taking off. Joe Mixon. He is gone. Touchdown, Houston. So now here's Fairbairn for the extra point. This one's up and good. And in a matter of seconds, the Texans answer right back to push that lead back up to 18 28-10. So now Fairbairn on to kick off. And on the return, here comes Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at the 24-yard line.
They get set to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
So Tennessee back out there, knowing that they are in much need of a score. They did score last time, but now they're in much need of a score here. First down, they're going to run it with Remmer. And he's going to be brought down to the 35. Enough for a first down, Titans.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, it'll give you a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Forced to his right.
Parsons looking, gonna take off with it, and Parsons steps out of bounds at the 43.
What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
The challenge of defending a dual threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything.
First down, another run by Remmer, breaks a tackle, and he gets this inside the 35 at the 32.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Parsons looking to pass, and he's going to go down. And that's Daniil Hunter. Gets the sack, and now it's 2nd down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Parsons looking for the end zone, and that's intercepted. Picked off. Darius Stingley with the interception, and the Texans will take possession.
Comes down to the defender's position, being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance.
The defender for Houston was right there waiting for the pass.
That's a touchdown, and instead they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So now Houston ready to go, up 18 already, looking to push it a bit further. Here's Mixon again, and he's going to be brought down with a penalty marker thrown. This one's coming back.
Still 1st down.
First and 16. Back to Mixon. A gain of 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud.
Stroud. And that's a bad throw. It's intercepted. He should have just thrown it away, and instead the Titans will take over. Quandre Diggs comes up with the takeaway. A bad throw by C.J. Stroud.
Forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front coverage, work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
The Titans offense.
So the Titans will take over in the red zone.
The best possible situation. It is first and goal.
Parsons hit as he throws. This one's caught. O'Connell for the touchdown, but I don't know if this is going to count.
These points may come off the board.
A flag was thrown.
Holding offense.
So take the touchdown off
So holding
the
is
board.
call. Take that touchdown off the board. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. First and goal.
Parsons steps in the pocket. Here's Josh Remmer with the catch. And down he goes to the 2-yard line.
Find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
Off play action. He'll set up
Play action. And Parsons throws another pick.
Picked off by
Derek
Derek.
Stingley with another interception. The third interception
But it feels like at this point in the
thrown
game,
by
this might be
Parsons
the last
in
chance
this
to get this
game.
You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6. But in this case, you come away with 0.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
So now the Texans will take over. Here comes Joe Mixon. And he's going to be brought down to the 13. First down, Houston.
To begin the drive. It's a first down.
I have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that pass.
First down, another toss. It's Mixon. Mixon taking off down the left sideline. And he is out of bounds at the 48.
It's a big-time run by Mixon. 39 yards.
The key to these toss plays, Mike, is that the back has patience. It's a mixture of you want to get that ball out on the edge quickly, but you also have to give time for the big boys out in front to give you some blocks. So really well executed there.
First down again. Here's Nick Chubb has it.
2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag.
With a penalty marker down, Chubb gets over Tennessee's territory, but it's coming back.
Big man, Cam Robinson.
Still first down.
On the quick, right?
First and 20. Back to Mixon.
Pushes way ahead for a gain of 2.
For a gain of 2.
In on the tackle.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 44-yard line.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Houston still leads by 18 going into the fourth quarter.
On EA Sports.
Alright, fourth quarter set to get underway. It has been blowout territory. Well, it almost looks like it, depending on what happens on this possession for the Texans.
Throwing on second down.
Stroud, look, gets hit as he throws. That's incomplete.
In the backfield, that's the area we usually see holding.
And a penalty flag on Houston.
Second down.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's gonna
Stroud looking downfield, and he's got his man. It's Tucker.
and they will bring this
And he's going to be brought down to the 19.
inside the 20. It is a big-time play for Houston. 47 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
First down. Here is Mixon.
Quickly, he'll pick up
Gains 3 that time.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Second and 7. They hand to Mixon here, but not much there. They're going to stop him at the 16.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
From the gun here on 3rd down. It's
Stroud looks here, and it's incomplete. Looking for KJ Tucker, pretty sure that's who he was looking for.
Especially when they know the
4th
offense
down.
has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a
And Kylie Fairbairn on for the field goal. He's got it
They're lucky it didn't
to
result.
push the lead up to 21 points.
At this point in the game, Mike, you have things under control.
Here is Fairbairn to kick this one away.
It's back out to kick this one away.
And this one will not be returned. Into the end zone it goes. Touchback.
To the 20-yard line. The Titans head coach Brian Callahan there as his guys take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the
So now the Titans will take over possession. Here's a deep ball downfield, and this one's complete by Levine. However, a penalty flag was thrown. It's on Tennessee.
They get the Alabama man, the former 1st-round pick, J.C. Latham. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up
Parsons
another deep
lets another one go, and that's intercepted for the 4th time in the game. Jalen Petrie with the interception.
and a chance to extend their lead.
And another turnover. The 4th of the game. I don't know what's going on, but Christopher Parsons, let's just say he has not had a good game. The running game wasn't really the reason they trailed by this much. It was really the way that Christopher Parsons has played. And the Texans, they take over, but they lose a yard right there on that carry by Mixon.
Get blown up at the point of attack. There was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. They give it back to Mixon. He's got the blocks. Mixon
And he's going to be brought
down to the 10-yard line.
10-yard line. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers.
Play action fake. Stroud. And that one was almost picked, but it's
He's
incomplete.
lucky this one didn't go back the other way, Mike. He got away with just a bad decision, bad throw, and defensively, you get a chance to steal a possession for your offense. You've got to capitalize and make those plays.
Another play fake, and Stroud finds Tucker down at the 2-yard line
Penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold or did they rough the
with
quarterback?
a flag down. It's on Tennessee for roughing the passer.
Automatic first down.
Man, oh man, oh man.
So now then, first and goal.
Tennessee's gonna have a lot of work to do going into their next game because this just was not their day. And here's a touch pass to Tucker, and he gets blown up.
Go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss.
So second and goal coming up for Houston.
At the 4 for second and goal.
In motion is Tucker again. They give it to him again. But they're going to stop him at the 4.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep, pop pass out of the gun.
And that brings this one to the 2-minute warning.
Nowhere to go, no game.
In a game that has clearly been all Houston.
Good job so far by the defense,
And
protecting
the Texans are 2 minutes away from pushing their record to 3-1 and taking control of the lead in the division through 4 weeks. Stroud to the end zone. It's caught by Tucker for a Houston touchdown as they pile it up.
That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
To add the extra point.
Here's the extra point by Fairbairn, and he nails it. 38-10.
Here in this fourth quarter.
Houston is on their way to getting to 3-1 on the season and taking control of the division through 4 weeks. And Tennessee, they're going to have a lot of work to do going into week 5 because this game right here, it just was not theirs.
And we will not have a run back here.
Christopher Parsons has not had a good game. He's thrown not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 picks in this contest. Yes, Parsons has thrown 4 interceptions. Not what you usually expect out of him, but that Texans defense is putting them to work. They are definitely putting them to work. Parsons lets this one go, and here's Levine in stride. And he's going to be brought down at the 29 of the Texans.
It's a big one for Tennessee. It covers 51 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
First down after the big-time play. Parsons lets another one go, and that one's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day,
Parsons looking end zone, and he's got Levine for a Titans touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Parsons looking to throw here, and that's complete by Bosch. However, a flag is down.
Interesting move here. No kicker. They're still going to go for 2. This time it's from the 12-yard line.
Parsons on the 2-point try, and look at that. Levine catch.
For the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Josh Levine catches it, and the Titans get the 2-point conversion. They cut the lead to 20, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, though.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away.
And no return right here, so the Texans will take over.
The ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. D'Amico Ryans there, the Texans' former linebacker, their current head coach. This guy's going to take over here once more. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
First down. Here is Joe Mixon.
And this will gain a couple of
Picks
yards.
up 2.
22-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And honestly, I really don't even blame the head coach for the Texans to sub out their starters. I mean, think of it. They played a great game all day long. They have tormented this Titans team. So Davis Mills is out there, Nick Chubb, Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz, and the rest of the backups for the Texans. As Chubb picks up only a gain of 3.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Mills.
And now Mills is going to get a try. And this one's complete by Dalton Schultz with a penalty marker down.
But there is a marker down, and that
A penalty marker's down.
sign for the offense.
And this one's coming back.
Still 3rd down.
To throw is Mills.
Mills is going to throw this one. This one's caught by Schultz.
Complete. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup. of
So
5
Davis Mills gets himself involved, but this game is all but wrapped up. The Houston Texans dominate the Tennessee Titans 38-18. The Texans push their record to 3-1, and they have sole possession of the division through 4 weeks.
in the first of their
Tough loss for Tennessee. They had themselves literally a bad game. No excuses.
And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Now, understand this. You just basically, when it comes to this one, all you have to really talk about is who had the better game, and it was very clear that it was Houston, the Houston Texans, that had the better game. Yes, Tennessee. This is definitely going to be one of those games that was definitely bad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This was one of the games that was definitely bad. No excuses. None. So Tennessee has now dropped to 2-2 with this defeat. So the Houston Texans, so D'Amico Ryan and company, they take sole possession of the division, moving to 3-1. So currently, after 4 weeks of play, the Houston Texans will be leading the division. And speaking of which, the Texans have now won 3 in a row since losing in week 1. How impressive is that? Now, as I mentioned, it was just an incredible performance by Houston. Tennessee, on the other hand, not so much. Like I said, it wasn't the ground game that was costing them. It was the 4 interceptions thrown by Parsons that cost them big time. Now, the running game was solid. Both teams did really well running. And the receiving, Houston practically dominated that form. Even though once Houston went up 21-0, it was very clear that they was not going to let Tennessee back into the game. They just was not going to let it happen. So the Houston Texans take sole possession of the AFC South Division through 4 weeks at 3-1, dropping the Titans to 500 at 2-2. If you guys enjoyed this game that you just saw, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you are new. You do not want to miss another episode of this Madden action as we continue forward here on Madden 26. We still got more action to get to, but the next episode, it most likely could be a banger. 2 great defenses set to go at it. The Cleveland Browns visiting the Detroit Lions. Either one of those teams will push their record up to 500 through 4 weeks.